Okay guys, here we go. Wait for it. Wait for it.
It is time. It is time to brew your best beer, bro.
Yes, it is time to rate your best beer. Hey everyone, it's William here, Firebrew TV, and yes, it's a time for another SJPORR Brew Challenge Review Marathon. Got 3 more out here for you tonight. After last night's battle of the IPAs, more of a battle for me to be able to sample them than anything else, thought it was time to take it down a notch and maybe go a little bit more to the stout and porter side of things for the evening. So I've got 3 great dark beers to rate for you tonight. And if these are yours, then once again, just for your own information, I'm not pitting you against each other. I've already done your ratings off camera and done those separate. The review here is simply just to do them and do it a little quicker since I'm up against the date coming up for Monday. So who do I have tonight? Well, first we have LE025US, and second we have MA125US. Well, the bread that I took down there just went down bad. Sorry about that. And then finally we have RI081US. So got some fine examples of some good dark beer for those of you that are so inclined. And let's go to our first one here, and LE025US. There's the label on it. A nice story about this beer, and quite enjoyable. And this one had 2-row Munich Crystal 60, had some oats in it, some chocolate, black patent, and some roasted barley. And then he finished it with some hops with Chinook, Cascade, and Willamette. So didn't list the ABV or the IBU. I had to get that pretty much. Well, no, he did post his on the site. Anyway, the aroma, I thought it was balanced. I got a lot of chocolate. It had a hint of roasted almonds to it. Almost, when I later thought about it, it was almost like a Hershey's with almonds type texture and aroma. On the appearance, as you can see here, I'll turn it around this way where you can kind of see it. Hopefully, it's very black, very dark. You go to shine a light through it, it doesn't show through. If you swirl the glass, the head kind of starts to come back to life a little bit with it. So nice job there on the appearance. The head did go away quick on this one. On the flavor side of it, things, I noted a lot of chocolate, and the hint of hops came out as the beer warmed. So that was a nice touch as well. And had a medium carbonation on the mouthfeel. The head dissipates. It was very viscous, so it had a really good texture that kind of stayed with you, and a really nice mouthfeel. Overall, a well-balanced malt-forward beer. Good entry, and thank you for doing the SJPORR Brew Challenge. In the center slot, we have MA125US, and another good example. This one is actually a, well, there's your label, kind of pretty straightforward. And this is a raspberry vanilla cocoa porter, and raspberry it was and is. If you look at it, I don't know if you can really kind of see it. Even the head on this thing is got a red tint to it. But when you want to shine a light through the beer, it's very dark, almost black, but you get a little bit of a red tint to it. Has some lacing on the glass as well, so that was a nice touch. You swirl the glass and it does wake back up. And raspberry and chocolate is what I can say on the flavor notes. It has a very nice finish that lingers, and I started catching some vanilla in the aftertaste. So after you kind of set the glass down and mull over it, you start to get the vanilla notes out of it. It's full-bodied and viscous and has a creamy texture to it. I really enjoyed this one. You know, the raspberries might have been a little bit much for me, but overall this was a very good beer. Great job on that one. And over here, number 3, last of course but not least, we have RI081US. And this was a milk stout. And you see the label there, the Black Cow Milk Stout. This one has pale 2-row, crystal 60, chocolate, carapils, roasted barley, of course lactose, and the hops were Fuggles, and he used SA4 yeast. And on this one, I really kind of caught the roasted barley in the aroma. And you still catch it now even as the beer is beginning to warm up. The head really dissipated quickly in this one. You can kind of see here there's really just not a lot of carbonation. You swirl the glass and it still really doesn't come back. And it's got a really shiny color to it. I did like that about it. You know, the color is very nice. So did a great job with that. It's very smooth. It has some chocolate notes to it. I caught that. It has a dry finish and it really doesn't linger. You know, you kind of expect it to linger being a milk stout, but it didn't do that. And it really didn't have that viscous feel that's associated with a milk stout. This one might have benefited from some oats to maybe improve some of that mouthfeel, not sure. But a very nice color on the beer, tasted very well. You know, had a good flavor to it. So it was a good job in that department. So that's your 3 beers for tonight. Went over to the dark side of things for this evening for you, and hope you enjoyed the beer review. And cheers to our 3 brewers who have entered the brew challenge. And thank you for entering it and submitting your beer and taking the time to brew it and do all the other things that had to go along to make the SJPORR Brew Challenge a success. So I'm going to cut out for the evening and finish up the rest of these beers for the night and enjoy them. And cheers to each of you, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Take care. Good night.